Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Jummy Okoya. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of East London, the School of Business and Law. I want to talk to us today about nurturing our well-being and resilience and what we can do to ensure that our well-being and resilience is in tip-top shape. Nurturing our well-being and resilience isn't a one-off effort, so it should be seen as an ongoing exercise that helps us to stay resilient and prioritize our well-being. There's been so many evidence from the research around factors and components that actually help to nurture our well-being. The Well-being Project, as an organization, came up with 5 pillars that we need to be focusing on as a model to help us nurture our well-being. I'll mention those 5 pillars. The first pillar is the energy pillar. Second pillar is the future focus pillar. The third pillar is the inner drive pillar. The fourth pillar is the flexible thinking. And final pillar is strong relationship. I'll talk about each of the pillars and how they relate to our well-being and resilience. The energy pillar is the foundation of physical, mental, and emotional resilience. This pillar indicates that the extent to which we can sustain and renew our physical energy to help us feel energized throughout the day, having regular intervals of self-care, restoration, and recovery, which helps to re-energize us from high-paced or intense period. Within the energy pillar itself, there are sub-skills that are contributing to the main pillar, and these subsets of the main pillar are the sleep factor, setting boundaries for ourselves, our nutrition, how good it is what we're eating and what we're drinking, and how much of physical activity we're getting. So we could think about our energy pillar as the engine that is pulling the train. So the carriages of the train might be, our career, our family, our colleagues, our social life. So for it to move forward in the speed that we want, the engine needs to be functioning well. So we need to be sleeping well, getting adequate rest, setting, boundaries for ourselves to make sure that work doesn't take over our personal life and vice versa, to make sure that we're eating well in a way that fuels our body and gives us the energy that we require, and engaging in physical activities and, exercise, walking in nature, taking long walks, or even, swimming, just kind of engaging in physical activities that gets our body moving. The second pillar is this future focus pillar. This pillar is all about having a clear sense of purpose and direction to help us move forward without getting stuck or feeling held back. It is much easier to feel resilient when we know where we want to go and have ideas of how to get there. So example of how we can, nurture that particular pillar is by identifying our personal values and setting goals that are congruent with our values. This often gives us a sense of purpose and confidence about achieving those goals. And, in terms of getting ourselves, grounded in, focusing on our future goals, people use meditation and visualization as, some form of tools to, help keep us grounded and focus on achieving our future goals. The third pillar, which is the inner drive pillar, this is all about sustaining our self-belief and motivation in spite of what may be going on for us. This is all about displaying confidence in ourselves, self-efficacy, motivation, and perseverance when times get tough. So some practical actions that we can take to nurture this pillar and make it stronger is by diarizing our reflection and thinking time. So specifically have times within our diary where we're just going to reflect and think about what we're doing, reflecting on completed goals, so goals that we've accomplished, and to take time to actually savor our achievements, to practice gratitude and reinforce our achievements and what we did to achieve those goals. So identifying the steps we took, and the process to leading on to achieving our goals. Sometimes we tend to kind of, rush through an achievement without, paying attention to all the efforts that we put into it and actually enjoy the achievement itself. The fourth pillar is the flexible thinking pillar. This pillar is the ability to see things from different perspectives. So finding alternatives and different options when we're facing a challenging period in our career or in our personal life. So this is all about having an open and optimistic mindset, enabling a positive and adaptive response to change and challenges. This pillar is particularly relevant in the current situation that we're facing globally in the education sector, as we're adapting our teaching and learning environment to accommodate ongoing changes to the way that we deliver our teaching and support our students in general. So some practical tips for that would be for us to look at setbacks or challenges as learning opportunities and vehicle for growth. And the final pillar, which is a strong relationship pillar, this is by far one of the most important pillars out of the five. Strong relationships are a key enabler in achieving resilience and a sense of well-being. So people who build open, honest, and trusting relationship with others, who are able to share their challenges and ask for help, they have a strong network and support system that enables them to be highly resilient and achieve their goals. So, foster, closer relationship with colleagues, the fact that we're, in virtual environment, reach out to people, send them emails, send them texts, connect with them as a way of, building our connections with them. So some practical tips around this is, trusting people so that they can trust you back. So you have to start by, giving trust in order to earn trust from others. Make time for people. Adam Grant, a professor of Wharton University, actually said that one of the best gifts we can give to our loved ones or people around us is giving them our time. Nurture your relationship, offer to help, and support others. So this would be the 5 pillars. I encourage you to continually look at ways that you can strengthen each of the pillars so that you can have a functioning resilient factor, but also increase your sense of well-being. Thank you for listening.